Okay, there's Vanellope. Let's do this quest.
This place is no Paris, but I can work with it.
Hello!
Hey, Mist. You are not gonna believe what I just found.
Oh.
I was spelunking in the deepest, darkest, and the most dangerous dungeon in the whole village.
Yeah!
Scrooge McDuck's storeroom. You were messing around in Mr. McDuck's storeroom?
So sunny.
Sounds scary. Must be a lot of stuff piled in there. Scary? Nah. Exciting, definitely. And it was so worth it, because after a little bit of exploring, I found this. Ooh. Looks like a teleportation device. What is this? No idea, but I think it's connected to that network I was stuck on. There's a label on the side that says Valley Visit Station. Maybe if you put it somewhere and turn it on, I'll let you visit, or it'll let you visit all these other valleys that I saw. This sounds dangerous. Quite possibly, but I'm sure whatever happens, you'll just respawn at the starting line. I don't think that's how things work in Dreamlight Valley. Come on, Mist. For once in your life, embrace the excitement of pressing a giant button even though you have no clue what it does. Just place that thingy-do somewhere in the valley and try turning it on.
Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Okay. Place the Valley Visit Station outside and then talk to it when you want to open a connection. Where's a good place for it? I think it's pretty huge, isn't it?
I really lucked out. My neighbors are great.
We could put it right here. There's not much right here. Yeah. We can always move it later. It does look pretty badass. Okay, so this is the multiplayer guide, which I already knew ahead of time, but yeah. So you can invite up to 3 friends to your valley. Use a valley visit station to generate visit codes. Join a friend's valley by entering the code in the multiplayer section of the main menu. Visiting lets you collect pixel shards to craft special items, drop items to trade, and shop at the store. Unfortunate to hear about the third. I wanted multiplayer for so long, and it's been a year, you know, like I don't want multiplayer anymore. I'm kind of like, you know, I just putz around now. I'm done doing my major gameplay of Disney, you know? Like, I have, like, you know, maybe I'll bring a friend into mine and give them some supplies, but I have no need for it anymore. And it's really a little unfortunate to see that they've made a need for it. Like, there are things you're not going to be able to get if you don't do multiplayer. Yeah, so, yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but whatever. But yeah, it's one of those features that I wanted for a while, and now I just don't care that it's here because it took them a year to do it. Yeah. So let's see. I imagine all we'll see is a code. Maybe I'll test this out with Arsenal. I don't have a whole lot of friends that play Disney Dreamlight, you know? Most diss this game, if anything. Which I don't see why. You know, it's cute. It's cartoony. Nice. But yeah, Arsenal's really the only person on my friend list that plays this. Crossplay is enabled, so that's cool. By choosing confirm, you are acknowledging that you will now be able to play Disney Dreamlight Valley with players on other platforms. Your valley will remain accessible by invite only. Good. I don't want to see people randomly on my island. I always call it an island. Valley. Greetings, Valley Villager. I am a KL-1200, a Valley Visit Station, equipped for rapid interdimensional transport. Would you like to open a connection for Valley visits? Your friends will be able to visit your village using a special code. Open a connection. Okay. Please wait just a moment as I generate your Valley's special passcode. Thank you for your patience.
I wish all my
Your
friends
code
could
is
see
366835. Okay. I imagine it's different every time, though. Your friends can now visit your valley by inputting that code in the start menu. I totally didn't write it down. I imagine there's a way to retrieve it. Yeah, right there. Close the connection. I'm just gonna, like, no one knows it. I'm just recording by myself, you know. No one's gonna make their way over here. But I do want to test it.
What a perfect day for sailing.
Because my biggest thing is I want to see what their access is to my storage boxes. Yeah. And that will help me decide if we do anything on stream regarding this, because I'm all for multiplayer, but gaming is full of trolls nowadays, and I'm not all for losing my shit. I would rather continue to play all by myself than to lose, you know, my stuff. Now, Arsenal I trust, of course, but I know how this works. I used to stream Animal Crossing. I will be on stream now that this is a feature. People will be like, hey, can I visit your village? You know, and yeah, and I'm just curious, you know, what all they can access. Oh, I can't even pick this shit up. Can I open my box? Let's see. You can't do shit. You can't do shit. Okay, I don't need Arsenal to answer that question. You cannot do shit while it's open. Can I talk?
My.
I can't even. Well, what the fuck can you do in multiplayer? You can't talk to people. You can't open your treasure boxes. Yeah, it's literally just for the... Let's see if I can gather these pixels myself. Do I need someone here to gather pixels? Can it just be open for multiplayer? See, can I get that? You can't collect anything. Your valley is safe. Okay, so like we've confirmed that your valley is completely safe because they can't do shit. Because if I can't do anything, they certainly can't. Okay, let's look up this pixel. Okay, so I looked at the pixel thing. They just spawn around the valley. I don't know if I can see it by myself, but it's worth trying because, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Aside from my MMOs, you know, aside from playing World of Warcraft and a couple of other things, I'm a solo player type gamer. So, you know, I don't want to be visiting worlds to get pixel shards, you know? Like, if I can open up my own connection and just get them off my own island, I'm all for that. But we don't know if that's the case. to confirm what you can do, and everything I don't mention is stuff you cannot do, but what you can do is you can buy items from Scrooge's store, but you can only buy items. You can't, like, order from him.
Wow, what an amazing day.
You can change your outfit, you can pick flowers, you can take photos, you can drop items from your inventory and then pick them back up, and you can find the pixel shards. So that is what you can do. The pixel shards, I haven't spotted any on my own without a friend being on, like, here. But, and they're very specific. They say during valley visits. So I think the system has to see that you have a friend here, and then they will spawn. Well, that's a pain. You can't even port. I gotta run everywhere right now. Yeah, you can't bring your tools out, so it would be out in the open. And they're very colorful. I'll throw a picture up. We will do that in tonight's stream. But I will say, for most people, this is not what they wanted with multiplayer. For me, originally, like, now I don't care because I just wanted, like, it was Arsenal and I that were playing this game. I thought it'd be cool since I played, you know, pretty much twice as much as he did, to just hand him items, right? That's why I'm stocked up in my treasure boxes. It's, you know, it's to hand items to friends. He just was the only one that ever really picked up Disney that I know of anyway. I guess, you know, there could be others, and I don't know they play. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted, but that's not at all what you can do. They have absolutely no access. Although I guess it does say you can drop items, right? So I guess that will be another thing that I'll test, but you would have to know what you're dropping before they even visit your village, because you can't access your boxes once they're there. So yeah, it's a very, very restricted, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing. Personally, I think they should have two ways that people can come into your village. This way is perfect for strangers because they can't touch your shit. You know, like they can't interact with anything other than these pixel shards and like some flowers. And yeah, so it's perfect for strangers because they can't fuck up your village. But for friends, I think there should be an option for friends where they can, you know, maybe there's like a shared storage box that they can access. They can talk to your villagers. They can, you know, help you mine. Like, that is what people were after. Like, I'm just gonna say 100% when people were thinking of multiplayer, they were thinking how cool it'd be to run around with their friend and mine some rocks and, you know, fish and shit like that. But you can't even take out your tools, so yeah. So that's it for this part. I will throw in a quick little second part to this video before we end it. Later on, once I have Arsenal, I'll probably clip it from stream tonight, and we'll gather some pixel shards and all that. Give me that code. Yeah, I just wanted to get rid of some stuff because once I open that code up, I have no access to any of my boxes.
Have a good night.
Okay, there's the code. Got it? Okay. Let's see how it looks when you join. Oh, you just pop right out of that thing. Mystic's on my lap now.
I'm having a pretty good day.
Nice. Okay, where do we see pixels? Well, I could see why people complain about the multiplayer feature. Like, when I first realized that you're kind of locked from doing anything, I kind of saw that, but, you know, you're supposed to at least be able to get pixels. They don't appear for at least 5 minutes? Oh, okay. Okay, I guess we wait 5 minutes. We should be doing this on my village. Yours is way too decorated. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the... It's nice to have decorations, but yeah. It looks like it's kind of a crap system anyway, but we could always... The only problem is we gotta wait another fucking 5 minutes. Like, as far as decorating goes, this is the worst one right here because I took out a lot to put my own flooring in, right? So, you know, this whole flooring is areas it could spawn. But I don't know. Are we sure that it can't spawn on flooring? I don't know. I don't know what the restrictions are really on it. It can spawn on anything? Okay, so we're good here then. Too many things to look around. Well, if you want to swap, we can, and I could go to yours. I just... Personally, I don't think it's gonna matter too terribly much. Like, you should have at least found one. You know, I don't got tables at every corner or anything. Like, there's lots of areas it should have been able to spawn. Whoops. But,
the valley is coming along.
But if you want to give it a go, yeah, we can do that. Well, how do I go to yours? Oh, do I have to do it through, like, this menu? Click. Oh, shit, I forgot about that option. That's right. Okay, so I gotta leave the game. Okay. Let me just do a quick save. Okay, turn the title. Whoa. I just bounced right out of that thing. Okay. I can pick it up. I'll leave it for you, though. I wouldn't want to rip you of your wallpaper. Or wrapping paper, I mean. But you do have wrapping paper by the store. If you didn't know. That's crazy that I can pick that up. This is exactly where I used to have Minnie's house when I first started playing. And then my house was right here, but turned, you know, the other way. Right? I was just gonna say, like, this shouldn't be this tough. There's no way, multiplayer is supposed to be fun, and you're limited so much. You can barely do anything, and then on top of that, the one item that you would be forced into multiplayer because you can't get it any other way is not spawning at a good rate. A 0% chance. So far. Yeah, so what we need to hope is that there is no reason to need it. Yeah, that's what we gotta hope for. I love when games can take something so simple and make it so complicated. It's like, have you never seen multiplayer in a video game? Like, it's so easy. You can make people happy, but no, you gotta make it difficult. Make people hate it. To be fair, the whole cycle, like, don't get me wrong, I love Disney Dreamlight, and I've been playing it pretty nonstop for over a year now. But they have done their share of pissing off people throughout. Like, I think the first real piss off was, well, Kristoff's little station there, where people loved it, and then they changed it to where you got next to nothing, and then they changed it back because of all the hate. And then there was, of course, the hate of the store. And yeah, they have definitely... They've made a few mistakes, for sure. Yeah. The multiplayer one really gets me, though, because you can't play together. Like, what are you gonna do together if you can't access anything? The only thing you can access is this... Well, I'm not even gonna say it, because I haven't looted a pixel shard yet, so... I'm just gonna say you can't access anything. Until I actually loot a pixel shard, I will not believe that you can. Or until Arsenal does. Yeah, I don't believe they exist. Did you get anything yet? I imagine you would have been jumping for joy if you had, so. But yeah, it's weird that they designed it like this, because, back when I first started playing this game, and I think Arsenal was thinking the same as well, but I wanted multiplayer because I wanted to share my goods, because I have over 500 hours in the game, right? I wanted to, like, if a friend needed, some minerals or something, yeah, but you can't even access boxes or even take your tools out. You can't even mine with a friend, So I'd really like to know, what is their meaning of multiplayer? Like, how do they play with their friends? Yeah, I'm with you. This is pretty dumb. Well, we could look for a few more minutes, and then if you want to give up, we can. They don't have friends, right? Apparently. Yeah, because everything I imagine multiplayer would have doesn't exist. Because to me, what I was envisioning is a game where you got your progress going on, your friend has their progress going on, but you're in the same area and you're playing together. So you're mining together, fishing, but you can still talk to the villagers, do whatever quests you're on, you know, progress. And, yeah. Like, all you can do is literally what you guys see. I could just run around. You know, what it is good for, but you should not call it multiplayer. But what it's good for is, for those that have played Animal Crossing, or there might be other games that have this feature. But it's good for tours. You know, like if I was, you know, showing off his village or whatever, you know, or showing off mine, like that's what it's good for, because you can't do anything other than run around. But then you can't go in your house, so I don't know. It's not good for a house tour, but I guess it's good for a village tour. But they shouldn't be calling that multiplayer. But I guarantee you that's what people will use the function for eventually. They'll just use it as, it'll be YouTubers that use it, and they'll just do tours because you really can't do anything else. I'm gonna see if there's like a prerequisite to this. Maybe there's something we're missing here. Okay, it says they're not easy to come by. Yeah, at first I wasn't even sure if they could be obtained. But after my visitors and I found a few, we started piecing together how they worked. And long story short, they're a pain to get. But yeah, they do say that they are super rare. And you know what? I'd be okay with that if you could do other things. That's why they need to change this and make it so you can actually play together. Because if you're gonna restrict people like this, and then the one thing they can do is super rare, yeah, no one's gonna bother with that shit. But I wouldn't care as much if we could be mining and doing quests and fishing and, you know, all that shit while we're looking for them. We learnt a thing today, Arsenal. It's to never do multiplayer. If we want a multiplayer, we go play Sandrock or something. Where was your teleporter again? Oh, there it is, all shiny and colorful. Okay. Well, it was a blast. I can't remember the last time I had this much fun, Arsenal. Oh, I don't go through your teleport. Do I just crash my game? I just go through the menu? Did you go through the teleport when you left mine? Maybe it's a certain side? You were removed. Well, thank you. Thank you. Had to leave somehow. Okay, back to solo player it is. Normally you would just return to the title screen. Okay, that makes sense, since you enter that way. So I guess that machine is only for opening up a code. Okay, back to the land of being able to do things. So that is that, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.